welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Jean if you haven't been here before. Today we're filming in a pool. Can it get any better than this? I'm really hoping you guys can hear me because it's a little windy, plus like the water makes a little bit of noise. I wanted to film like a quick little Q&A. I asked you guys questions while I was on the plane headed to Dallas. Then I also put up a second post like my first day here. So clearly I'm not in Michigan. I'm in Dallas visiting my aunt. If you guys have been on my channel for a while, you guys know I filmed a video in this pool actually about a year ago with Bali Body, and I just loved like filming in here. I don't know, it's beautiful, and what's better than filming in a pool? So I wanted to kind of keep it casual today because 1, I'm sick, 2, like I'm just looking not so great, 3, I don't know how the sound quality is gonna be, so I'm hoping just a casual video won't matter as much. I'm gonna go through all the questions and just answer as quickly as possible. This is probably like the most questions I've ever had, and a lot of different ones. So some are business related, some are personal, some are just like really random questions, and we're just gonna go through them. There's also like this vacuum in the pool, and I'm scared it's gonna like attack me. Question number 1. When you got your lips done, were you informed of the information like swelling? Yes, of course. Before I got my lips done, if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll put it in the corner for you. She told me everything I needed to know before I went, but I also did my own personal research beforehand as well, watching videos like the one I made, just to kind of inform myself of other people's personal experiences. But yeah, my doctor was amazing. Do you live with roommates or do you have a place by yourself? I have a place by myself. I'm sure the people that watch my channel regularly know that. I moved out in July and I'm alone right now. What perfume is your favorite? I actually answered this recently, I think on my story. My all-time favorite is Versace Bright Crystal, although it's a little bit pricey, and I'm not like a huge perfume person. Like I love wearing it, but I'm not like always excited to get a new perfume or anything like that. Another perfume I love is the Glossier You perfume. It's a little bit less expensive, and that's kind of the one I wear on a day-to-day basis, and then I usually wear my Versace on like more special occasions. Do you have any geeky/nerdy hobbies? I don't know if I do. I don't know if this would technically be called like geeky and nerdy. I don't really know like the definition of what hobbies would go under that category, but I love like dishware and like home things, and I'm only 20 years old, so all my friends like make fun of me, especially my guy friends. They just think it's funny that I'm like so into like dishes and bedding and, you know, old people things. So I don't think that's geeky or nerdy. I think that's just like me having an old soul. Do you speak Spanish? No, I do not. I used to be able to speak French pretty well. I've actually lost almost all of it, which I'm very sad about, so hopefully one day I can learn that again. Is it hot there? Yes, it's very, very hot here. It's been like 95 degrees and humid every single day. I'm not complaining because I like the heat, but it's definitely very warm. Are you dating anyone? Yes, my boyfriend's name is Kyle. He's been in a few vlogs, sneak peeks a little bit here and there. I haven't really had him in like a main video yet. I think I'm just waiting on the right time, but I do talk about him quite often. Okay, this question I do want to answer on my channel, and maybe one day I'll do something a little bit more depth, but it says drink, smoke, and party. So if you've watched any of my old Q&As or my assumptions video, you guys know I never drink, I never smoke, I never really partied or did anything my entire life. And yeah, I am still young, and I'm technically obviously not 21 yet, but you know, kids start drinking and smoking and doing the whole party scene in high school for the most part. I had my first drink on my 20th birthday, so this was just this past May in Canada. Me and my friends went to Canada for the night. I had a fun night to celebrate, and there the drinking age is 19. I never really like didn't drink because of the age restrictions. That had nothing to do with it. It just had personal beliefs behind why I never wanted to drink. But one of my good guy friends bought me like a super nice bottle of rosé, and I had a glass of rosé that night, and ever since I've been dabbling into different types of drinks. See? Oh my god, the vacuum. Guys, this thing's gonna attack me. Scary, it like sucked my foot. Where do I obsess over like getting drunk and a party scene and support it? No, not really, but it is fun kind of trying new drinks as more of like a cultural way. Excuse me. But yeah, I like to party. I mean, it's kind of like I didn't for so long, and then it kind of happened, and now it's just like normal to me. So I really only party with my boyfriend, or like when I'm with my close friends for like a girls' night or something like that. yeah. Was it peer pressure? I would say no, because I mean, I held my ground for so long. I think it was just at a point where I was like, you know what, like, I feel like way more mature and I wanted to try it, and I think, I don't really know how to explain it, but if you guys want to like hear more about that, like my thoughts on that, then let me know. But I did want to tell you guys, yes, I do drink, smoke, party when the time is right, very rarely. And that's why I want to film that Michigan State vlog, just because it's funny, like turning into a college girl, and a lot of people were asking how I was going to film that video if I don't drink and smoke and do all of that. Am I recommending to do all of that? No, not at all. If you haven't yet, it is not something that makes you cooler. Hey guys, it is the next day. I apologize, yesterday while I was filming in the pool, my camera died on me. So I wanted to continue this Q&A because I just have so many freaking questions. I'll be in Dallas later today and I have an hour by myself here. So I figured I would finish filming, and this room is beautiful. I filmed my last haul in this room, so if you guys haven't seen that, we'll put it up in the corner for you. I think I always point the wrong corner, but it will be up at the top. I'm still feeling sick. I don't know if I shared that with you guys yesterday. And hopefully the audio's better now, because I don't know how well you guys could hear me in the pool yesterday, but I was only filming for a little bit, so hopefully it worked enough. Where was I? I think I left off with the whole drinking, smoking, partying thing. I think I explained myself enough. It's just one of those topics it's hard to explain to the full extent, but I don't think we need to get too deep with that. How did you and your boyfriend meet? I met him at an ice cream shop where he worked a long time ago, and I try not to explain the whole story to you guys because I want him to explain it, or like us to explain it together eventually once I have him on my channel officially. But I did meet him at his work in high school. Everyday makeup look with tips on acne, please. Also liquid liner tips too. I love you. Okay, so I think that's just a recommendation for videos. I do want to try and share more tips and tricks like that, because as the past couple years, my skin has been really, really great, and it's hard to film makeup tutorials for, you know, those with problematic skin. I used to have really bad skin in high school. Maybe I'll do a video on that and like show you guys old pictures and then try and show you tips on what I used to do when I have a breakout or something, because it's hard to show you guys that when my skin is actually looking pretty nice now. So I do want to do some more updated skin videos for you guys, because you guys ask that all the time, and I know I've done several, but I want to go more in depth with old photos and really each little step that I took, maybe like a skin journey video. So let me know down below if that sounds interesting to you. What other piercings do you want to get? I don't really have any other ones in mind. I have my belly button pierced and I have several on my ears. I don't know if I want any more on my ears, but I definitely want to switch out the actual earrings, because right now there are a lot of just like the starter studs, and I want to change out to some really cool jewelry. But that's going to take time and it is expensive, so one day once they're like more healed and ready to be switched out. Please show hair products you will use with extensions. Yes, I'm gonna do some more hair videos with my extensions. I know I recently just posted a how I curl my short blonde hair, and that obviously took me 8 months to make, so try and wait for it, because I want to learn my hair and really kind of become a professional at it before I share a video or make a video about it, because I've only had my long dark extensions for about 2 weeks now, and I actually got a blowout in Dallas, so this is not something I did. This was a blowout I got on Thursday, and it has still lasted all the way until Monday, which is crazy. But I'm going to start exploring new hair products and maybe some new hot tools and different things to style my long hair, and once I master that, I will share a video with you guys. Oh, this girl is so sweet. You always ask me so many questions and you're just like so nice, so thank you. She said, how are you doing with not having Harry around? He's so cute. Hope you are okay. It's an up and down for me. I still cry about it at night sometimes, you know, just not having. I had Harry for 10 years. I mean, since I was 10 years old, I had him all the way until I was 20. So like my whole youth growing up, I had Harry by my side, and he was a cat that was always with me, slept with me every single night, never left my side, always cried to me. He came to my dad's house with me. Like, he was always with me. And I think there's like scientific facts that cats are stress relievers, especially when it's your own, so it's really hard, but it's also just, I still think it's so crazy to this day that Harry decided to either run away to be alone, or whether he got in a fight, whatever that may be. It was like a week before I was moving out, and at that time I didn't know what I was gonna do about Harry. I was gonna leave him at my dad's for a while until I maybe felt adjusted and then move him in with me. I didn't really have some big plans with Harry to move into my new condo with me, so I just think it's crazy how he left right before I was leaving, and I think it might have just been time because from here on out, you know, I'm not living with my parents anymore, and I don't know if I'm gonna be moving to Dallas one day, which I explained in the vlog, which you guys will see soon. I think this video will be up before my vlog. That's nothing official, just kind of up in the air, of course, but I've said in several videos that I don't want to live in Michigan forever, so basically, long story short, I just think it was time, and I think that's the only way I can like handle it is because I know it was time, and I know I had such a great 10 years with him. But then it does make me sad when it's like most kids live till they're 20. I would have had Harry until I'm 30 years old, and that would have just been so cool to like carry him on that long. So it's sad, but I think you just have to think about it in the right light, and I can get through it. Why did you start partying? Okay, so this is funny because I've never actually talked about that I started partying. The only thing I've kind of mentioned is filming the MSU video, but I never really said I partied. It was just kind of like I was gonna film turning into a college girl for the weekend, and so it's funny you kind of picked up on that. There was like no big yes or no reason why I started partying. I mean, I always went to parties in high school with my friends. I just didn't really drink. And I'm still only 20 years old, so I can't technically even go out anyways. I'm sure once I turn 21, I'll be going out to more like bars and hanging out and, you know, just having a good time. I'm definitely more the type, I like more sophisticated parties. I like dressing up. I like having a night out. I love being active and doing things. So I think there's just like, what is partying? Like, do I love the whole crazy party college scene? No, but is it fun every once in a while on the weekends while I'm visiting my boyfriend and meeting all these new people that are the same age as me? Like, yeah, of course. It's just a social thing, and I've enjoyed it, but there's no like big reason why I did. The camera overheated while I was filming. Next question says, please do a Q&A with Kyle. Yes, I want him to be on my channel very soon. I've just been very cautious with, you know, what I share personally, especially with boyfriends and relationships, and I want Kyle to be comfortable and all of that. So hopefully soon we can film that. I don't know when. It's also hard because he's so busy with school. I'm so busy doing my own thing, and when I visit him, I'm visiting him at college. So maybe one day when he comes home for like Christmas or something, we could film a video then. So just stay tuned. Kyle will be on my channel. I want him to be on my channel a lot more and kind of like share our relationship with you guys, because I really do, we have such a great, amazing, incredible relationship, and I think we have a lot of advice for like other relationships, because I see a lot of shit that goes down in young relationships, and it's so hard nowadays with all this social media. So I would love to share like a little bit more about that side, but we're just gonna wait till the time is right, I guess. How can I go about casting you for a short film? I always have my email and my Instagram. This is one pet peeve I have, is if anyone ever wants to work with me, whether it's a brand, whether it's another influencer, whether it's any type of photographer or agency or anything, I'm not gonna take work through Instagram DMs unless I know you and you're local and it's just a quick little, hey, let's grab coffee. But you guys, I think this is like a tip for everyone. If you are trying to do anything business related, send a nice email. And if you feel like you want to send a DM too, maybe send the nice email and then send a DM saying, hey, just sent you over an email. Please get back to me when you can, just to kind of put it into their Instagram feed as well. So yeah, always email. I think it's just the most professional. Sorry if you hear those sirens. There's always so many sirens around here. I like this question. Do you feel like you're where you want to be at your life right now, in terms of career and success? So yes and no. I'm extremely proud of what I have done at a young age, and it's hard for me because I always feel like I'm so much older, and then, you know, I look at other people my age that are 20 years old and I compare myself, and sometimes I'm like, am I missing out? Am I missing out on the college whole thing? Am I missing out being a part of a sorority? And, you know, especially visiting Kyle a lot, you know, I see all these girls that are all hanging out together and doing all stuff, and I'm like, am I missing out? Am I doing the wrong thing? And you know, I question myself just as much as anyone else does, whether it looks like I have a perfect life and I'm so happy on Instagram and YouTube and all the social media, because I choose to share the good things with you guys. I never want to be negative on my channel, but at the end of the day, I'm so proud of myself, and I think it's hard for people to say that sometimes because people are either scared or they're trying to be humble. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm proud of myself with what I've done. I always know I can work so much harder though, and I think that's what also gets to me is like, if I worked so much harder just this past month, I could be so much further right now. And I read a quote one time, if you hustle for like 6 months straight, sorry, there's so many interruptions. But the quote said something about like, if you hustle for 6 months straight, if you wake up every single morning and work your butt off and really pursue and push your dreams and your goals and meeting new people and networking and going out and stepping outside of your comfort zone for 6 months, that's not very long for like the span of your lifetime. Doing that for 6 months, you can be 5 years in long term ahead of that other person. And it's not about competition or anything, but it's just showing how much hard work and dedication can get you so much further. So that's also something I always, you know, it's just a comparing thing all the time. I'm like, I know I can work so much harder. I know I could work all weekend and get a lot further rather than going up and visiting Kyle for the weekend and not really getting any work done. Or, you know, especially with being an entrepreneur and kind of making my own schedule, there's a lot of times where I can have a whole day with my friends or doing things that aren't revolved around work on a weekday, and that's just only putting me a little bit back. But also I want to enjoy life too, so it's like there's a balance. So at the end of the day, I'm sorry I'm like kind of rambling about that, but I'm happy where I am. But then in the back of my head, I always know I can be even further. So I think that's my answer. I don't know if I really fully answered that, but those are my feelings towards that question. How to get over heartbreak. Heartbreak is awful. I've been through it, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with a boyfriend, whether it's with family, anything whether if it's with your cat. Heartbreak is hard, and I think getting over anything in your life is knowing everything happens for a reason. You are probably better off with that person. You're probably at the end of the day so much better without this person, and you have so much more ahead of you, especially if you're young. That's one thing that's like 10 years from now, this little heartbreak is going to be so small to you. And obviously that depends on your situation. I'm kind of assuming most of you guys are young girls who have had 1 year long relationships and break up, and it's like the worst thing ever. And it sucks, but you have to put yourself first, and you have to have your own life. And I think that's huge with relationships, is you can't put all your eggs in one basket with a relationship. I mean, you still need to have your own life and be happy. So if one day that person does leave, or something does happen and you have to deal with heartbreak, it's so much easier because you are strong within yourself. What I was saying that I remember is, I think the hardest thing is a lot of us, you know, we make up these dreams and goals and for this relationship, and like, oh, we're gonna get married one day and we're gonna have this many kids and I can't wait to have this house and we both like this thing, we both love that thing. But then there's also all these negative things, and for some reason in our head and in our heart, we always put all these good things way above it that might just be materialistic and not really matter, and you put them over all these negative things that are truly actually hurting you. So I hope that makes sense. I like try to explain things as best as I can and really like go in deep, but it's really hard to like answer that in one answer. But just know that you are stronger than that, and you just need to find things that you love, keep yourself distracted with bettering yourself. Have you ever traveled outside of the country? Yes, I've been to Paris, France. That's the only place I've ever been in Europe. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. And then I've been to Haiti twice on a mission trip, which I'm hoping I can do again. I'd love to host like my own mission trip to Haiti. It's like changed my life forever. Those are really the two. I mean, I've been to Canada, but I live in Detroit, so we're very close. Other than that, I've just traveled within the States. What's the most expensive thing you've ever purchased? I honestly like can't even tell you what the most expensive thing I've purchased. I don't really have any designer items, and if I do, they're vintage and they were probably bought by family for like a birthday present. A lot of my most expensive things are gifts from birthdays and Christmas. I think my iPad Pro is quite expensive that I bought. but very useful. It wasn't anything like it wasn't like a bag that was $1,200, you know what I mean? I use my iPad Pro all the time, so I would say that's probably the most expensive thing. I don't own any designer shoes, designer bags at all, like I said, unless they are vintage. Therefore I didn't buy them at the full price, so I'm trying to think what else is very expensive. Furniture always gets kind of expensive, but I don't have anything crazy. It just adds up. A lot of my furniture is from IKEA. Yeah, I think my iPad Pro. When is your birthday? My birthday is May 17th. How's your IUD working for you? I still want to film this video. I've been meaning to film it for a while now. I love my IUD. I haven't had a problem with it since. When did I get it? I got it in the summertime, and I've had it for a while now. So IUD is just a form of birth control, so I will film a video on that with my whole experience and everything. I just need to make some notes, and I wanted to wait a little bit so I could really like tell you guys the full experience with it. Is there anything looking forward to now that 2019 is coming to an end? I would say no. I think still just, you know, I'm so happy with being on my own, and I'm really trying to get all the business back end of my business going the correct way, and so nothing super exciting, just, you know, work stuff that I need to work out and straighten all the wires and all of that. Are you ever going to redo the smoky eye video you lost? Yes, I want to film that. I wish I filmed it with my blonde hair because that's what I originally did. I'll post the photo on the screen right now, which look I'm talking about. I filmed that whole look, and it was like a first impressions with all these products, and I lost all the footage. You guys have been dying for me to film that. So yes, I will film that. It's with a palette that I've been loving and been traveling with. So that will probably be coming, oh shoot, today's Monday. Today's Makeup Monday. I don't have a video. I don't know if this is gonna go up today. This probably won't go up today. This will probably go up Tuesday. But next Monday we'll have the smoky eye for you guys, promise. Those are all the questions within that section that I decided to answer. I like this question. This is a very good question. It says, is it weird or annoying for you that everyone thinks you are older than what you really are? Yes and no. Sometimes I take it as a compliment because I think I carry myself a lot older than I am, and I think that's like just showing my maturity. But then also it's like, sometimes it sucks because I do say I'm 20 years old and they're like, oh wow, you're such a baby or whatever. And it's cool because, I don't know, it's both like a good and bad thing. It's funny just when I'm usually, as far as work things go, like events and things like that, everyone is at least 25 years old or older, and I'm there, you know, I can't drink, I'm not 21. Sometimes that gets a little uncomfortable if people are going out after, or if there's drinks being served, and I can't participate in any of that, and I kind of have to like let my age out, because before that I don't really like say, oh, I'm 20 unless someone asks or unless the whole age restriction comes up. But it is a little bit annoying, but I think that's with any assumption. I think people just make assumptions all the time about different people. But it's funny, it just depends what, like, if I'm at like an event or party, everyone thinks I'm older, but if I'm at Michigan State, everyone just assumes that I'm a college kid, so that makes sense. Like, it just depends what environment I'm in. When I'm hanging out with my aunt and everyone here, they're all older than me, everyone thinks I'm older because, you know, I'm hanging out with older people. So I guess it's kind of annoying. Sometimes it can be like just awkward, like a weird topic to kind of come up. What editing software do you use? I use Final Cut Pro. I don't do anything too crazy with it, but I started with iMovie actually for the longest time, and then I finally upgraded to Final Cut Pro. There's not a question. It says, can you perform a makeup for a bird in Morocco? I'm not exactly sure what that means. Maybe like inspired by a bird in Morocco. I want to film a bunch of Halloween looks this year again because I filmed 3 last year and you guys loved them. So please let me know down below what kind of looks you guys want to see, because I need to start getting those up ASAP since Halloween's around the corner. I definitely want to do a skeleton. I've never really done a skeleton before, but let me know if there's any other cool makeup Halloween looks you guys want to see from me, and I will start brainstorming and filming those. Your advice to be confident and less jealous. First of all, I want to direct you to the girly Q&A Kelly and I did together. I think we have 2 of them. Do we have 2 of them? I don't know, but I'll link it up at the top for you. And one of the things Kelly said in that video is knowing that you are the only person Like, there's only one of you, and take pride in that. You know, everyone is only good at so many things. Everyone has their things they're good at and things they're bad at, and just play up your role of being you and being true to yourself and being a happy person. I think just being happy, and just, if you want to dress up and no one else is dressing up, go ahead and do it, because that makes you feel good. Don't let anyone say something to you like, oh, why are you wearing that, or why are you doing this, why are you doing that, because they're only saying that of jealousy from themselves. And being happy, being a positive person, doing what you want to do for yourself, and not letting anyone kind of direct you in any other way. But then also, like, I don't want to say like put up your hater blockers and be rude to everyone, because it's not really the right way to go about it. I think just being nice and like living your best life, really, I guess. If you could only choose one makeup product for the rest of your life, what would it be? It would definitely be some type of lip product, like lip liner, lip gloss, something on my lips. I need something on my lips at all time. Also love concealer or an eyelash curler, because those are some 2 good products. Are you working on a secret project? I am not, actually. I am not. I have plenty of dreams and goals in my head, but actually working on something secret, not right now. So there's lots of questions about my hair. What made you finally go back dark? And someone else asked, are you maybe going to dye your hair blonde again? So I just want to go back dark. I mean, I knew the day I dyed my hair blonde, I'm eventually going to want to go back dark. And I think it just got to a point where I was just kind of over the short blonde hair. You know, it was really fun for the time. And, you know, it takes a lot of maintenance because your roots growing so fast and my natural hair is so dark. And then keeping the right color blonde and toning it the right way all the time. And I just wanted my healthy, long, luscious, and natural looking hair back, and I'm so happy I made that decision, because I love it even more than I thought I would. When I initially was dyeing it brown, I was like kind of sad to miss the blonde, because it's gonna be so much harder to ever go blonde again if I decide to do that, since my hair is not really like a virgin color hair anymore until it grows out all the way. But I'm just so happy. I feel so much more like myself. I just like feel so sweet and like innocent again. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm taking on my like classy persona again, because when I did dye my blonde hair, I kept making jokes that it was like the wild side of me, and I liked wearing more neons and fun clothes and crazy stuff, and I still do, but I don't know, I just love feeling natural again and feeling like young and youthful again. So will I dye my hair blonde again? Maybe one day. I mean, I'm not gonna say yes or no. I love playing with my hair, so I'm sure I'll do something to it again, whether it's cutting it short or adding highlights or whatever that may be, doing another color again. I'm sure it will happen, but for now I want to keep my long natural hair and really try and grow in my dark brown hair so I can have the extensions taken out eventually. Are you gonna do a Zaful haul? Yes, a Zaful haul is coming. Lots of really, really cute clothes in there, all different types as well. Do you wash your hair with your tape-in extensions still in? Yes, I do. You don't take your tape-in hair extensions out. You actually can't. So yeah, I shower with them in. You just can't leave your hair wet. So after I shower, I have to like blow dry the actual tape pieces so they don't get gummy and start loosening up, because they will loosen up with like oils and water and all of that. So I just have to blow dry my hair right after, at least at the root. Why don't you pursue modeling for a magazine or major company? I love modeling. I like more like commercial modeling and music video modeling, so kind of like in between modeling and acting. I love doing it. It's so fun being on set and being a part of that. So I would love to be with an agency where that would just be like kind of a side hustle for me. Modeling, you just don't get paid unless you are signed with a company. It's really, really hard, and luckily I can find decent jobs because of my influence, but I would love to just have like a separate thing that's just modeling, has nothing to do with Emily Jean Beauty or my influence side of things. So you just have to find the right agency. Finding agencies are really hard, and especially like in the Detroit area, it's very hard. I'm also, I mean, I'm not like a runway model, I'm 5 foot, but I would love to do more music videos and, like I said, commercial work. So hopefully I can add that on. There's just so many little things that I can do with, you know, building my brand. It's like hard to focus on one thing at a time and really make that a strong section of your work. My camera stopped recording. I don't know when that happened. So does your height ever bother you? I legit hate being so short and get insecure. Any tips? Yes and no. I mean, sometimes I was like, I wish I'm 6 foot tall and I could take on way more modeling jobs and, you know, wear these cool long pants and all these amazing like cool fashion clothes because most of those are made for, you know, 6 feet tall girls. But at the end of the day, I love being short. You know, I think it's just finding what works for you as far as clothes and photo angles and just rocking like that little short girl lifestyle. So I like being short. I just kind of own it, and I think like owning things about yourself really helps you be more confident. So if you guys want me to do like how to be a short girl or something, I think that'd be a fun video because I have mastered my camera angles, what kind of clothes fit my body best, and just like taking that short girl pride to the max. So don't be insecure about it at all. I mean, everyone wants what they don't have. All the tall girls want to be short, all the short girls want to be tall, and that's just kind of how it goes. Favorite thing about living in Michigan? I love Michigan. It's so homey, all 4 seasons. I love all our lakes. You know, I just think we have so much beautiful nature in Michigan, and I love that. So always will have a special place in my heart. Can you please do what I eat in a week? Love you so much. Love you too. Yes, I'll definitely film some more food videos. I need to get better lighting in my kitchen because it just sucks right now, so I can film that properly. What's your favorite online shopping website? I love a ton of online shopping websites. I love Zaful, I love Boo, I love Nasty, I love Princess Polly. I love White Fox Boutique. I love so many Australian boutique shops. I love Forever 21 online is really good. Just a lot of, you know, like online only Pretty Little Thing I like. What type of camera do you use to film and how did you learn to edit? So what I'm filming on right now is technically my vlog camera. It is the Sony 5100. This is the camera I use to vlog with, or when I'm traveling and I don't want to pack my big old Canon. Like, I'm filming technically a main video right now on my vlog camera just because it's easier, it's small. It does overheat and it does turn off quite often, but that's why it's good for vlogging, because usually vlogging you're kind of doing small clips here and there. So doing a sit down video like this is a little bit frustrating on this camera, but it's all I had room for this trip. For my makeup videos and sit down videos, if I was home and filming this video, I'd probably use my Canon 80D. I love that camera. That's usually when I have a much brighter, kind of overexposed look to my videos, and I love that one too. It's better for detail. This one kind of smooths out everything, like it makes me look flawless, which I love, but it kind of sucks for makeup videos because you don't want your skin to look flawless while you're filming a makeup video. You want to show all the detail in the makeup and how well it's actually working. So those are the 2 cameras I use. How would I learn to edit? I just did it. I mean, I started on iMovie, which was so simple, and I just taught myself. I'd watch YouTube videos, and I think starting with iMovie was easy because there was only so much you could learn. And then I eventually got Final Cut, and I remember like when I first got Final Cut, I got on Christmas, I sat in my room on my iMac and I just was on it forever. Like, I made this whole intro on my own, and I was just playing with every little transition and effect and titles and all the different colors. And I still don't know like all the crazy stuff, but I know the basics, and using my keyboard to cut and crop and all of that. So I think it's just doing it, taking time and practicing. So I think I have answered plenty of questions. I have a feeling this video is going to be very long, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I love doing Q&As every once in a while. You guys had a lot of good questions in this round. I'm always worried that you guys are just gonna ask me the same questions that I've already answered on my channel before, but this one was really good. So if you guys want to check out any of my other Q&As, I have several. I also have an assumptions video, which is pretty much like a Q&A. I will link all of those down below. I would say there's probably about 5 of them. If I didn't answer a question you want to know more about me, I will leave that down below. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for Makeup Monday next week, and please leave your Halloween requests down below so I can start getting those up for you guys. Also, my Dallas vlog will be coming up next if you want to see a little bit more of the stuff we did in Dallas. And yeah, so I'm headed home on my flight tonight. So yeah, I love you guys so much. If you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified every time I upload. You can shop my merch, sweatshirts, t-shirts, tank tops, really cute stuff, all for you guys for supporting my channel. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.